Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of
Mudou um
time.
pouquinho o texto. Ah, realmente, eu já tô praticamente decorando o escritório. Pelo menos esse daqui, do primeiro cenário.
When
Voltamos.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Dessa vez, vamos entrar aqui.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
E vamos reto. Porque da outra vez, eu entrei na porta esquerda que ele
Stanley
tinha
was so
falado.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Dá pra entrar aqui? Não. Opa, mas passa um cartão, ó. O cristalino não consegue pegar nada, né? A única coisa que ele faz é abrir portas. Penalidade por pular, 5.000 doletas.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her.
This is it,
Quem
Stanley.
é ela?
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Ah, depois eu posso tentar pular nesse corredorzinho, né? Nessa passarela. Ui, uma porta aberta. Tudo escuro.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your...
Ah, não tinha legenda, né? Então vamos atender logo o telefone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Tá ouvindo
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
uma criança pedindo pra esperar.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
Ah, ele fez uma
Did you
pegadinha com a
actually think
gente.
you had a loving wife? Who'd
Você
want to
realmente
commit their life
pensou
to
que
you?
tinha uma
I'm
querida
trying to make a
esposa e
point
uma
here, Stanley.
filha?
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on
Entre que eu
here.
quero te mostrar o que você realmente tem.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Nossa, história sobre a morte de um homem chamado Stanley. Aperte 8 no teclado.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he
Stanley
pushes
era uma pessoa
is a
chata
reminder
que
of
tinha
the
trabalho que não demandava
inconsequential
nada
nature of his
importante dele.
existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons,
Apertando
doing
botões,
exactly
exatamente
what
como
he's
é
told
mandado.
to do.
Agora tem
Now
legenda.
he's pushing a
Oh,
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
tá, 6.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Que tristeza.
And so
Sou
he began
obrigado
to
a apertar os
fantasize about
botõezinhos
his
que ele
own
manda.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly
Ah,
vanished
tá falando
off
que
the
eu
face of
estava
the earth.
fantasiando que
The
todo mundo
thought
desapareceu.
excited him terribly.
Para passar o tempo.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
Escolha.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
Tá.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Não, agora eu vou pra direita e vou
This was
pular
not
do...
the correct way to the meeting room, and
na
Stanley knew it
passarela,
perfectly well.
depois que pego o
Perhaps
elevador.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Agora é a hora, hein? Se a gente errar esse pulo aqui, a gente
I
morre.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Woohoo!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Perigo em todo lugar.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Vai me dar uma... Eu vou te dar uma chance pra quê? Eu só quero contar sua historinha.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Tá, vamos obedecer ele dessa vez. Depois a gente
Thank
volta
God
pela
you are
azul.
willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Falou tantas vezes pra parar, né? É, não tem o que fazer, vamos lá. Ah, tá, pensei que já tinha reiniciado de novo.
What are we looking for?
Here, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Eu acho que a gente... Olha só. Faz lembrar aqueles papel de parede do Windows 98.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Por que eu morreria de
Please,
subir
no,
essas
Stanley, let me
escadas?
stay here. Don't take this from me.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay.
Ah, não dá pra cair. Mas eu vou ficar aqui pra sempre, meu senhor. Não dá. Tem que fazer o jogo andar.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Mas você só quer ficar parado, narrador. Não é assim que funciona.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Se for pra ficar parado, não dá certo. Tem que fazer o jogo andar.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Ah, vamos lá, gente. Vai, reinicia e faz outra coisa.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back
To the other room. There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Tá, pronto. Vamos ficar parado um tempinho, vamos ver o que acontece.
Uma eternidade depois.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. No, no, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
É só pular olhando pra baixo que você quer de cabeça, senhor morre.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Mentira.
But I guess that was too
Você só
much
quer
to
contar a sua
ask.
história.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Pronto.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten
Agora a
off on
gente
the
vai pela
wrong foot here.
porta da
I'm not your
direita.
enemy, really, I'm not. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Vamos enfrentar ele no narrador, vamos lá.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ai.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I
Mas
did.
tem outras
And in the
partes,
end, it
ó.
was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Eu tô reconhecendo essa cor, né? Afinal, esse daqui foi baseado não, né? Ele foi um mod feito em cima do Source Engine, que é o engine do
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your
Esse, né?
experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
classificações competitivas.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind
Vamos
taking a
ver
look
qual
at
que é o
it, would
seu
you?
jogo.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art
Se ele voltar pra
will
esquerda, ele
really
vai
take
morrer, ele vai pro
notice.
fogo.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Ah, eu tô pensando, será que realmente teria que jogar isso aqui por 4 horas? Tá, adeus bebê, morreu.
Heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Não tenho pra onde ir, não tenho pá pra quebrar as coisas, não sei pular, então...
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Tá, né? Tem que descer. Vamos lá. Você vai me dar uma picareta pra eu fazer...
Oh my.
Minerar?
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nope. Sem luz. Ah, não dá pra ir por ali, não dá pra pular.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Ah, não. Tava chegando lá embaixo.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
Isso aí.
Your forte.
Portal se jogar, hein? Vamos lá.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Obrigado, você também. Será que eu vou achar uma portal gun aqui? Tá, não tem muito o que fazer, né? Alpha teste. Beta. Iteração 184.22. Eita, e agora? É o corredor do iluminado isso daqui? Realmente não tem como interagir com quase nada. Olha, as duas portas. Vou fazer o caminho de volta para o meu escritório. Aí, minha salinha. Oh, olha a diferença que tá no escritório. É todo futurista agora. Tecladão. Mesa de som parece, tudo. Oh meu Deus, ele virou um streamer.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Ok, então.
I can wait.
Pode mesmo. Você vai reiniciar o jogo sem eu mandar